Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? Down the lane, snow is glistening. Beautiful sight, what happened tonight? Walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is a bluebird, here to stay is a new bird. Sing a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. Now in the meadow we can build a snowman, then pretend that he's Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man, but you can do the job when you're in town. Later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire, face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland, walking in a winter wonderland.
Well, hello and welcome to the 2020 Chelmsford Virtual Holiday Prelude. It is virtual, of course, because it's 2020. We have to rely on technology this year, as you all know. I'm Diane Sherritt-Steimel from Chelmsford Telemedia, and with me is Susan Gates. We all know Susan Gates. How are you, Susan?
I'm fine, Diane. It's really just, I'm not used to not being in the room with you when we do our little thing, right?
Yeah.
So here I am at the CCA on stage, and you're at home in front of the fire.
I'm at home in front of the fire. Everybody who I talk to, I have a fake background, but this is actually a real background. So here we are. This year has required that we've all had to get a little creative to still experience joy, but we're doing it this year. This is great. We've got a lot. So why don't you introduce that fabulous musician?
So we have John Mansfield with us, and I'm sure most of Chelmsford knows him. I think he used to play at the Radisson. Yeah, at the Radisson back in when it was called something else, when it was first built still. And he's played at lots of Christmas parties and all kinds of events. And we're lucky we have him. He decided he fell in because normally we have holiday party pops at this time of the year, but no in live performances. And John just came to our rescue so that we can have some great music during the show.
And it is great music. And we have not just great music for everybody today. We are going around town. We're going to speak with Santa. We're going to see some holiday lights. We're going to have some great singing. We've got lots and lots and lots. And of course, it's all brought to you by technology. So who knows what could go wrong? Probably lots of things. They probably will go wrong, but that's okay. We'll get through it together. So we're going to start off by listening to a little bit more music, and then we're going to kind of make the rounds throughout Chelmsford. So I hope everybody certainly enjoys the music and enjoys the program.
Yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends that are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. hang a shining star upon the highest brow, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
All right, well, I know that lots of people, they put out their Christmas lights early, right? We need to brighten things up, a little bit of holiday cheer. And actually, we went out, and Pete and Elizabeth Silva, we love her, they went out and got to take a look at some beautiful houses. And so we're going to check in with them and see what they found going out and around town.
Hi, this is Elizabeth Silva, and I'm with Mary Ellen Haig on Hart Pond at her house. So Mary Ellen, can you talk about your beautiful decorated house here?
Well, first, thank you very much for saying it's beautiful. We try very hard. This year especially, we decorated before Thanksgiving. So because everybody is home and everybody's trying to, lift each other's spirits up, and I think this did a great deal of lifting the neighborhood spirits up. The little kids come by and they just love looking at everything and listening to the bells, and it's just a happy time. There's a lot of cars come by, they'll beep. So
that's awesome.
Yep.
It's definitely lifting my spirits looking at it.
Good.
So let's walk, and you mentioned the bells, right?
Yes, they're motion detected.
They're
so as we
motion
walk,
detected.
they'll
how
come
fancy.
on.
Oh, beautiful lights here with some greenery.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the bells.
There's the bells. Yep. So sometimes if it's real windy, like a couple of days ago, it was real windy, they're on.
Oh boy.
So.
But it's beautiful, and I love how you put the lights up all around the house.
Yes. Yeah, we try. We try very hard to fill it as much as possible.
And I heard that there's a story behind the wreaths. Did you make that wreath? It's beautiful.
I did. I made it from scratch. There's a tree over there that actually got all the greeneries around it. This is that's motivated me when I went to Colonial Williamsburg, Virginia, a couple of years ago. And this is how they decorate their homes. And I was just very inspired, especially because they do a lot of fruit. And we don't do that up in New England. So I said, you know what, I'd like to mimic them a little bit. So it's got oranges and lemons and apples and cinnamon sticks. And I was very proud of it. I was laughing as I was doing it because it was coming out, I thought, so well.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
I've never made a wreath before, so.
Yeah. My aunt, we do wreaths too. It's part of our tradition as well.
Oh, do you?
So yeah. So you mentioned that you started for Thanksgiving to lift people's spirits.
Yes.
When did you start decorating your house like this?
When? What year?
Yeah, what year, or just did you start with your kids, your grandkids?
Well, with my grandkids for sure, and that was about 15 years ago, and they're a little bit grown now, but yep, they would help, with the fence, and they just loved it. They just loved it. So
it really brings the family together.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Well, thank you so much, Mary Ellen.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. Well, Mary Ellen's house is classic and beautiful, and she has many different beautiful decorations up, starting with the family, and brings the neighborhood and the family together for this holiday season.
Watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Making a list, checking it twice, gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. Sees it when you're sleeping, knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. better watch out. You better not cry, you better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake, he knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. You better watch out, you better not cry, my part, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town.
All right. Well, thank goodness Santa, he decided to stop by Chelmsford. He decided to see if the children were good or if they were naughty this year. And we actually managed to check some of that out. So watch with us.
Merry Christmas!
Hi, Santa. Hi,
How are you?
and I own the night yet.
Say, what'd you say?
And I own the night yet.
Not yet. How are you guys been? Are you good boys and girls?
We've been done.
Very good, because Santa has you on his nice list.
Yay!
So that means what?
I get my Christmas gift.
What is, when you're on the nice list, what does that mean?
You get presents.
Get presents, that's right. What's your favorite, what's your favorite present for this year?
My favorite thing is the 5-puff Halloween. I like dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs? Yeah? And how about you?
Oh, I want a Dad Book and a 5-puff Halloween and a 5-puff Dad Book, and so I know everything about Dad and a basic maker and a baby alive.
Oh, boy. Well, Santa will do his best to get that on the list, okay? And I'll talk to the elves.
And I have
Workshop.
and that Halloween and the Dad and Book Halloween are my two actresses. If you have time, or if you can have time or room to fit in your say, or time to make all that stuff.
Well, I will put that on the top of my list to make sure I try real hard to get that, okay? I like your bow. You know, that's my favorite color. That's a very pretty bow.
Same.
Now, what does Santa like?
Did you get my Christmas gift from Ty to Ask? I made my Christmas gift myself. I put stamps on it. Did you get my Christmas gift?
Yes, I did.
Oh!
Yahoo!
You guys gotta be good though, right?
Okay. I will search it all out. I will see you on Christmas Eve.
Yahoo!
I can't wait to see you. It's only a few short weeks.
Yeah.
It'll be here before you know it.
3 weeks into Christmas.
That's right. We'll see you then, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Goodbye, Santa.
Bye. Ho, 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 ho.
Bye. Merry Christmas.
Bye. Merry Christmas.
Okay, so, wow, I forgot about those days of having little kids and visiting Santa. Next up, we have something that we usually do at the Holiday Party Pops, which is a special seasonal reading. And the library came through for us. So let's listen to what they've collected for us to hear for the season.
Good evening. My name is Sarah, and I am the head of youth services at the Chelmsford Public Library. On behalf of all of my colleagues at the library, I would like to thank the Chelmsford Center for the Arts for inviting us to participate in tonight's event. Now let's enjoy some poetry together. First, Blessing for the Longest Night, from The Cure for Sorrow by Jan Richardson. All throughout these months, as the shadows have lengthened, this blessing has been gathering itself, making ready, preparing for this night. It has practiced walking in the dark, traveling with its eyes closed, feeling its way by memory, by touch, by the pull of the moon, even as it wanes. So believe me when I tell you this blessing will reach you, even if you have not light enough to read it. It will find you, even though you cannot see it coming. You will know the moment of its arriving by the release of the breath you have held so long, a loosening of the clenching in your hands, of the clutch around your heart, a thinning of the darkness that had drawn itself around you. This blessing does not mean to take the night away, but it knows its hidden roads, knows the resting spots along the path, knows what it means to travel in the company of a friend. So when this blessing comes, take its hand, get up, set out on the road you cannot see. This is the night when you can trust that any direction you go, you will be walking toward the dawn. Next is The Shortest Day by Susan Cooper. And so the shortest day came and the year died, and everywhere down the centuries of the snow-white world came people singing, dancing to drive the dark away. They lighted candles in the winter trees. They hung their homes with evergreen. They burned beseeching fires all night long to keep the year alive. And when the New Year's sunshine blazed awake, they shouted, reveling. Through all the frosty ages, you can hear them echoing behind us. Listen. All the long echoes sing the same delight. This shortest day, as promise wakens in the sleeping land, they carol, feast, give thanks, and dearly love their friends, and hope for peace. And now, so do we, here, now, this year, and every year. Welcome, Yule. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. All of us at the library are wishing you all good things to come in the new year.
And thank you, Sarah. That was beautiful. Of course, the Chelmsford Library is just one of the treasures of the town. And of course, the arts. So we've got the CCA, of course, another treasure of the town. And the young people, right? Our high school students, so talented. We see them in the plays, we see them singing, and we're going to see them singing right now. So let's listen in.
Santa's on his way.
many times, many ways. Merry Christmas to you. All right, so we're at the next house, and I'm with Bonnie and Michael Schwam. So Bonnie and Michael, this is an extravaganza. When I walked by, drove by, I was like, oh my goodness, it's very well done. Can you talk about some of the decorations you put up?
Sure. So this is just something that's evolved over the years that Michael kind of actually started when he was younger with the enthusiasm for it. So it's built, it's grown. The section behind you was probably an addition a few years ago, just going to the other side of the driveway so we could add more. No, it's just something we enjoy and we elaborate on every year. It changes sometimes because we'll lose a few pieces that go due to the weather. And then we'll get a new one to replace it and come back to life, so to say. The peppermint candies that you see about are kind of my personal favorites. I love those, so that I have them scattered throughout the lawn is great. No, it's just a fun family activity, and we love people driving by in the neighborhood and not in the neighborhood, and we can see the cars slow down as they start to view. So that's always fun to watch from our house and see the people smiling. When we do the decorating outside, people always walk by and say, yay, we've been waiting for this. So that's kind of nice too
sweet.
as well. Yeah.
So how long does this take to put all of this up?
Well, we had some help this year from our neighbors across the street.
And Emma Walsh, shout out to Emma. She's the best and does such a good job.
Yeah.
And because of her, it really didn't take that long. Maybe like
a couple hours.
3 hours, 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, so it was really actually a lot faster this year with our neighborhood help from our kids across the street. From Emma, who's kind of the electrician, who helps with all the cords and helps with all the kind of connection, because that is probably the most challenging job, the most challenging piece.
And the part you give
I
up
don't
on
enjoy.
a little bit.
The part I definitely don't enjoy.
Well, it's all lit up, so she did a good job.
She did a great job,
For sure.
yeah. So it was a very good team effort this year. It was really nice.
Definitely.
And the weather cooperated as well. So,
So
yes.
how is this kind of important to your family or to your holiday traditions?
It's just something that we enjoyed doing. It's just, again, Michael started it kind of younger and wanting one inflatable and then another, and then we kind of added lights and
Then I passed it to her a little bit.
so the enthusiasm's on me a little bit more now, but it's something, again, that we really enjoy, and just the family does get involved sometimes, and kind of my husband did hang the lights on the house, so shout out to him for that. So that's not an easy job. But no, it's really just a fun kind of a thing to do. And again, really, the feeling that we get from the neighbors and the people that kind of go by, that's what we look for, is when people drive by and like it. And when our family can come and see it, they enjoy it too as well. So they like to see. We've had many family photos out here for the holidays, for Christmas.
I bet.
Kind of by the rock. I don't know, this year we might be competing with Darth Vader, but yeah, we've had some good family photos out here. So, yeah.
Well, thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking with
Thank
both
you.
of you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for
It's
coming.
wonderful.
Yeah.
It's
good
fun.
to see you.
You too. Well, for them, it's a fun time to put it all together, and it's a fun time for the neighborhood and all of us to watch and go by their house. So thank you, Bonnie and Michael, for all your hard work, and the neighborhood as well. This was Elizabeth Silva for CTM.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glowed. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer game. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you go down in history. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you go down in history. You go down in history.
Hi, Arjun. Merry Christmas. How are you?
Merry Christmas, Santa.
It's good to see you. How you doing?
Good?
Oh, that's good. You ready for Christmas?
Yes.
Yeah? Do you like the snow outside today?
Yes, but how to wear my gloves?
Yeah, it's cold out there. Just like up here in the North Pole.
Oh.
So what do you want for Christmas, Arjun?
I want 1,500 Legos plus a smartwatch.
A smartwatch and 1,500 Legos. Are you a big Lego fan?
Yes, I'm a big one.
Awesome. They're very popular this year. Lots of boys and girls want Legos. Are you going to build something special with them?
Yes, I like to build Lego speed champions.
Oh, very nice. Well, Santa will try his best, and he will see you on Christmas Eve. Did you send your letter to me already?
Wait, I will just write the letter down.
Okay. You can do that and then throw it in the mail so you remind Santa to get you 1,500 Legos. And a smartwatch.
The smartwatch. Oh, yes.
Now, what are you going to do for Santa on Christmas Eve?
I'm going to bring you hot cocoa, please, and also some carrots for your reindeer.
Very good. And you're going to listen to Mom and Dad. So when Mom and Dad said it's bedtime, you can go to bed so Santa can come and leave his presents. Right?
Yes, I just listened to my teachers and parents.
Yeah?
And I just worked hard all day.
That's very good. You've been very good this year.
And can you put me on the nice list?
Absolutely. You're already there. And so I'll see you on Christmas Eve, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Bye-bye. See you Christmas Eve.
How cute.
Oh my gosh.
Susan, what's growing out of your head? You grew some antlers.
I heard Rudolph the red. I mean, listen, I've got bells too.
Yeah.
That little boy's parents are going to be stepping on Legos for the next 25 years.
Yes. Yes. 1,500 of them.
I know, not 501, but
Yeah.
I think we have lots more lights to see, though.
Yes.
We're going to go. Elizabeth is going to take us to yet another house, and I can't wait to see what you found.
So I'm at the next house, and this house is truly a triple extravaganza. It's like light wonderland here, all right? So let's talk to David and Matthias Driscoll about their wonderful house over here. So first off, can I just ask, how many extension cords does it take to do this?
There's I actually didn't use them all this year. Each year when they're usually I buy them at the end of the year when they're on sale as much as I can. But we probably have 20 or so running, and many of them are triple wires.
Oh wow, yeah. So can you just talk about some of the decorations you have up here? All these lights. I see that the roof ones changed all the time.
Yes. So we have some app lights up there that you can use on your through your phone. You can set up. I could use them even 4th of July. They have different sequences. We also have a lot of candy canes, which that's only in the last couple of years. I think it was 2 years ago. Matthias and I were talking about it. How I try to add something new each year. And Elf has the candy cane forest. So last year, it was really, the candy canes were way over by the igloo, all by themselves. This year, Maddie wanted to design it more interactive throughout the exhibit here.
And you did a wonderful job. I love the candy canes, Matthias.
So he planned all the candy canes out, and I have a couple. We have 5 kids, so I had my other boys helping on some of the help out, just because it was about 25 hours to set it all up this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
The roof work is the really slow part.
Yeah, you even went around the windows there.
Yep. The peak was particularly, that was a little bit more work than I thought originally. Yeah. That was the first year I've done the peak.
Yeah. So how has this evolved? When did you start doing this?
Well, we lived in an apartment for the first few years. Betsy and I were married. So we moved here in 2000. That's when it kind of started heading out to a bigger thing. Early on, my wife liked traditionally more just white Christmas lights, so I kind of had to slowly help her morph into this. And we've been adding I stay with LED lights, which is more expensive, but if I used all these lights without being LEDs, the energy output would be, not as environmentally sound as I'd like. So I try to balance that mix in what we do.
Yeah. Well, not even here, everyone. And behind there, you put up the lights there, and you have some in the back porch there. It's beautiful, and a nice big tree over there.
Yes.
Is there one of your favorites decorations here, Matthias?
Matthias?
Well, I gotta say, I really like the trees mostly because they kind of like flash out, and they they're bold out in the whole yard.
Nice. And how about you, David?
Probably my flagpole. We have a smaller flagpole that we had for quite a while, but it started fading, although I still put lights on it, not a flag anymore. And then we bought this 3 years ago maybe, and for Christmas, my wife surprised me with there was a Christmas light kit you could buy for it. And so that really is one of my favorite parts of the decorations.
Yeah. So this is a big thing. I bet a lot of people kind of gawk and slow down and drive by.
Yeah, we noticed that. I got it up about a week ago, and all of a sudden we had quite a few people slowing down and watching. And I'll get comments as I'm putting it up. A lot of the neighbors like seeing the lights. And I thought, especially this year, it's been a dark year.
Right.
So any kind of light that it can bring to people is a good thing.
And to finish off, how is this important to you, your family, and how is it a holiday tradition?
Well, it just always has been. They know. Even in the summer, actually, I have garden lights around. I like lights in my life, and so we really just have been doing this for years. I have grown boys they're in college that help with this still. So it is a family tradition. I mostly have to take them down myself. The setup, they help it with. And so we like doing it together.
Yeah. Well, it brings the family together.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. You have a great day. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Well, this certainly lighted up my night, and it's lighting up everyone for the holiday season, especially during this year. So thank you, Matthias and David and the Driscoll family, for doing this for the neighborhood and for the community. This is Elizabeth Silva for CTM.
And look who has decided to join us. It's Phil Stanway from the Chelmsford Open Space Stewardship. How are you, Phil?
Good. We're in the middle of our big event this year, which is the amazing decorated winter trees scavenger hunt. We started in 2013 with 9 trees. Because of COVID-19 this year and the high demand, we've expanded to 30 trees. over a whole bunch of sites in town. Parks you might not know about. You can find all the information you want on Tree Hunt 2020. It gives a list of where the trees are. And then you go out, you shoot some pictures, you send them into the website, and we give you a certificate at the end of it. But there are 30 different volunteer groups who organize and put up trees the day before Thanksgiving or the weekend before. So it's been kind of crazy when you think 30 trees all over town on 30 miles of trails. So it's crazy, and we have a blast, and you'll get to find places that you didn't know existed in town. And everything's in great shape out there, and the trails will be packed down by the end of the weekend, and great to walk on.
So what gave you this idea to start doing this?
Just one of those crazy ideas. My wife and I get up about 4 o'clock in the morning, have coffee, and I come up with crazy ideas like the Pumpkin Armada, the day before Thanksgiving walk, Back for Grandma's, the Scarecrow Festival, and then crazy ones like building community gardens. It just seemed like a fun way to get people out on all our open space this time of year. And that's when we need it most, with the winter and the trees coming down. It's great to have people wandering around and give me an update on where things are. And the more people see our open space, the more it's going to be preserved. Because these kids growing up now are going to say, oh, I remember this place and I remember that place, and we need to save that place. So we're sneakily paying it forward to preserve our open space for the next 2 or 3 generations at least.
And so do you find that people end up going places that they've never been to in town?
It's very common to say, I've lived in town for 20 years and I never knew this place existed, and it's right across from my house. It's very common. I didn't realize we had so many open spaces, and every once in a while a new one pops up. And some of these parks, like the Hines Park, I think about 6 people in town know where that is. So it's great. And the Riverwalk and the Southwell Nature Trail, and these gems that no one knows about, you get to explore. And it's a great way for the kids. Our open space are getting tons and tons of usage right now, more than we've ever had. We have so many people walking. And this is a great thing for them to see all the trees with. And it's the only event we can run this year. So it's fun.
It's been tough. It's a lot of people tend to focus on what they can't do, but it's very important to focus on what you can do, and you can get out there and see the great trees. Now, who decorated the trees, and do you have to find all of them before you get a certificate?
Nah, we're not that. If you find one of them, we'll send you a certificate. But what we do is we have a sign up, and it's amazing. It used to be the first year I had to put up half the trees. And now with the 30 trees, we were going to put up 20, and there was such a demand for people wanting to put them up that we do 30. They're groups, they're Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, families. We have Chelmsford Women of Today, all these organizations, even a couple of churches threw some trees up. So it's just a great way to you will know every street in Chelmsford if you find all 30 trees.
And then what happened? How long are the trees up? And then what happens then?
In January, they take them down, but generally it is so cold and so miserable. Jerry and I will be out with the plastic bag taking down the trees when it's 5 below.
So everybody knows who Jerry is, but you have to tell people who's Jerry.
Jerry is Jerry the open space dog, my Sheltie. He's everywhere with me, and that's how people recognize me. They see the dog. But it's generally he and I. Most people take them down, and we just take them down.
Well, so my husband's name is Jerry also. So we don't want people to get confused. Jerry the Sheltie, as opposed to Jerry Diet's husband. All right. So you're planning on doing this next year? This is just going to be an ongoing thing?
Yeah, we started in 2013. We're probably going to back down the number of trees next year, probably down to about 16 again. Because that makes it a little easier for people. But with everyone home and kids wanting to go out, we figured we'd add more trees just so people wouldn't lose their minds.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. The Open Space Stewardship is another gem of Chelmsford. You're always out there. You're clearing trees. You're, getting rid of bittersweet.
My bane of my existence.
You have actually taught me that using bittersweet for holiday decorations is a big no-no.
I'll hunt you down. You will get coal for the next 10 years.
So I didn't know, you've really educated me and a lot of people about how invasive it can be and how you really need to just not use it for decorations.
Correct.
So thank you for that too. All right. Well, thank you, Phil Stanway, both for doing the trees and for all the work you do, and also for joining us today.
Have a happy holiday.
You too.
We have John back with John Mansfield, and I want to reiterate how grateful we are to have John playing for us today.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow. Have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And when you walk down the street, hey, hello to friends you know, everyone you meet. Oh, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you, kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas, in case you didn't hear. Hey, golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Outside is frightful, the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping. I brought me some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Finally kiss goodnight. I hate going out in the storm. If you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. Well, the fire is slowly dying. My dear, we're still goodbying. As long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Well, I hate to be a holiday curmudgeon, but I certainly wasn't thinking let it snow yesterday. I was like, let it stop snowing. But we can all use a little bit of holiday cheer. And yeah, well, and it's important to take note. We say a lot about Christmas and sing a lot about Christmas, but there are a lot of holidays, and everybody, of course, is welcome to enjoy the holidays at the Chelmsford Holiday Prelude. So we have to make sure we say that. And of course, in order to help you enjoy the holidays, we're going to talk about making some cocktails, right, Susan?
Yes.
What's the cocktail?
So, well, at the CCA, our beverage manager, Joe Varnum, has done a really great job of coming up with a seasonal cocktail that he switches around throughout the year. Well, we've missed most of the year. This is the time of the year when we have a peppermint cocktail, that martini, that people actually call us to make sure that we will be serving it at the holiday party pops. So I guess we're going to get to see Joe actually make one so you can make one at home.
Hey everyone, I'm Joe Varnum, the bar manager here at the Center for the Arts. Tonight we're going to be making the peppermint martini. So here are all the things you'll need. I have ice, martini shaker, 6-ounce martini glass. We have ground up peppermint candy cane for a topper for the rim. And then for alcohol, we have Tito's vodka. You can use any vodka. Obviously, you can also use vanilla vodka for this recipe if you want, but we don't have that, so we're just using regular vodka. We have clear creme de menthe, Godiva chocolate liqueur. This is the white chocolate liqueur because our martini is going to be white. And then we do also use a splash of half and half for just a little bit of extra flavor. So I am also using a jigger. I don't usually use this when I'm pouring for the Center for the Arts, but for instructional purposes, it kind of is helpful. So we are going to be using 3 ounces of vodka to start with. So let's fill up our martini shaker with a bunch of ice. Oops. All right, jigger. We have, this is a 2-ounce jigger, so I'm going to fill it with 2 ounces first, and then 1 ounce afterwards. So there's 2. And there's 3, so there's our vodka. Next we are going to do 2 ounces of the white chocolate liqueur. So let's measure that up. And last but not least, for alcohol, we'll do a splash of the creme de menthe. You can do a splash if you like it a little stronger. You can do the full ounce. In this case, since we're using a 6-ounce glass, I'm going to do the full ounce. And last but not least, let's get a little splash of cream in there. Put this aside for 1 sec, and we will get the glass wet. And dip that in our candy cane. Make sure it's nice and coated. You can also use lime juice or Caro syrup, works really well for this to stick to. But Caro makes a huge mess, so that's why I'm not using it. All right, and now you want to shake the heck out of this. I usually shake it for like about 15 seconds to get it nice and cool. And I have a candy cane for a garnish. And that is the peppermint martini. Thanks everyone. Hope you enjoy the martini. Happy holidays.
I'm with Warren Price at his Winter Wonderland house. It is holiday galore over here. Warren, so can you just talk a little bit about some of these pieces you have out here? They're beautiful.
Yeah, well, I try to get with the older stuff, the more traditional, and a lot of these pieces and stuff have been in the family for 40-something years. My mother had some of the pieces. My father-in-law, mother-in-law, they had some of the pieces, and I've had some neighbors give me some of the pieces, and I try to stay with the traditional. I'm not much into the laser light shows and stuff like that. And of course, in this neighborhood, it's not a good idea. So each year, I try to put something. It's different every year. We try to do it in some kind of themes. Each area has some sort of a theme that we try to do.
And what's this year's theme?
No, well, it's just these themes. This is Candy Lane. This is Candy Cane Lane. And we have the over there we have the nativity scene, and over here we have Santa and his reindeer taking off, and he's being guided by his soldiers. And over here we have the North Pole.
Oh, I love it.
This is all in the North Pole. It's the winter scene and all that. So we try to do different themes in the yard as we can get along. You know, it's just something different, and everybody seems to like it. And it's never the same twice. It's always different.
How long does it take to put all this together?
It took me this time, because this is probably one of the biggest ones I've done so far. It took me about three and a half weeks.
Wow.
I did it pretty much all by myself.
That's a lot of work.
My wife did come up with a few suggestions of where to put the stuff, but I basically do it myself. So.
And where do you store all of this?
Actually, I have some ends up in the garage. I have a shed that I bought specifically to put all the Christmas stuff in, and I have bins that are strategically put so each stuff is put away, and every year I was able to pack it in, and that's how I did it. That's how I do it. I did have to buy a shed because there was no room. No, it's getting to a point where it's getting pretty big. I can probably get another 5 or 6 pieces in the shed that I'm interested in getting for next year. The lights and stuff are easy to store, so I will probably definitely increase the lights next year to a bigger amount, especially in the backyard, because now we're moving to the back of the house. So
yeah, it seems like you want to get it bigger and bigger.
yeah, well, I always said, I'm going to do it until I can't walk anymore. And everybody loves it. I have people that come down on neighborhoods all over there and everything, always coming down asking me, when are you going to put them up? And that's usually the day after Halloween. So I kind of have to start right there.
Yeah.
So, and most of them can't wait. So
it's important for the neighborhood and for your family.
Yeah, it is. It's like I said, it's something I've done forever. I mean, and the kids love it. I mean, when you get somebody that comes down the street with a little kid that's just calling, he goes, I love your Christmas decorations. I said, that makes it all worthwhile right there. Yeah. When the little ones say that, for me, it's fine. As long as I hit those kind of feedbacks, I'll just keep doing it.
Yeah.
You know,
well, thank you so much.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you're interested in it.
Yeah.
I hope everybody comes by and looks at it. You know.
Oh, for sure. Everyone will come by and look at it. This is the belle of the ball, everyone. This is really what the holidays is all about, bringing everyone together. Everyone chipped in. It creates memories for the family, for the neighborhood, and for the community. And thank you, the Price family, for doing this. This was Elizabeth Silva for CTM TV.
Oh, that's so much fun to see all those lights.
Oh my goodness.
One of my fondest memories as a child was just my father saying, let's get in the car and go look at lights. And that's something you can even do now, right?
Yeah, but I'm amazed. I am really amazed. And of course, that's all I was thinking was, how do you store that? But thank goodness, if people get out there with all of their enthusiasm, that's just been amazing.
So I want to know, did you get your cocktail?
Oh, yes. You mean my holiday cheer? Okay, yeah. So I don't have the peppermint one, but Jerry, not the Sheltie, made sure I had my little bit of holiday cheer. So here's to you, Susan, and all of us. Here's to Chelmsford Telemedia, and I wish everybody a happy, healthy holiday season.
And yes, we have one other thing. Every year at the Holiday Party Pops, we close with White Christmas. So we've asked John about that. Is that one of your favorite songs by any chance, Diane? Do you like White Christmas? You know,
well, how could I not? I mean, even though I wasn't into the snow yesterday.
Yeah, I thought you were a snow person, a snow bird.
Yeah. No, but that's okay.
So, well, I love this song and the audience likes it every year, even though I think most people don't know that the beginning of the song that most people never hear it's really somebody in Beverly Hills who is dreaming of a white Christmas, because I'm sure you know, it doesn't snow in Beverly Hills.
It makes sense. Yes.
That's what the source of it is, but nobody knows that part. So I wish all of you a wonderful holiday season, and 2021 is coming right up. And I also want to people check the Chelmsford Center for the website, because we have a show that's going to be on the 1st of January at 3 p.m. that you'll be able to access via our website and our YouTube site. So don't forget that part.
Excellent. And we're going to finish with a little music, right? There we are. Yes. And so I want to make sure that I thank Elizabeth out there working that red coat and that boom pole, doing such a great job with her interviews. I also want to thank our tech wizards, Tony Sylvia, Dan Sylvia, Pete Padula, and also Anya the elf. They all did such a great job. And Santa making sure that he was here with the kids this year. So that's all great.
Dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the tree tops glisten, children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.